to admit being behind all the killing incidents from his order to kill drug personalities. That is a manifestation, Mr. Chair.
This is the first time na humarap po si Rodrigo Roa Duterte. May sinabi kanina kasi si Digong. Ang sinabi niya, ang bagal daw kasi ng ICC. Hindi ko na-expect na sabihin niya yan eh. Hurry up with the probe, baka mamatay na ako. Former President Rodrigo Duterte on Wednesday said he was asking the ICC, whose jurisdiction his administration and the current Marcos Jr. do not recognize, to rush its investigation into his war on drugs over alleged crimes against humanity. I'm asking the ICC to hurry up, and if possible, they can come here and start the investigation tomorrow. Ayun. Actually, matagal naman na nag-iimbestiga ang ICC. May mga reports na niya last year pa, di ba? Actually, as early as February of this year. May mga bali-balita na nandito na yung ICC. Where's the delay coming from? Siyempre, mga kotsero, proceeding yan eh. Legal proceeding yan eh. I would say because of the non-participation of the administration. Sabi pa ni Digong, baka raw pamatay na raw siya, hindi pa raw tapos mag-imbestiga yung ICC. Alam nyo, again, mga kotsero, kung kilala niya na si Digong, and I'm sure kilala niya na si Digong, yabang lang ngayon. Hindi ako naniniwala, nagugustuhin ni Digong na maimbestigahan siya ng ICC dito sa sa latter part ng kanyang buhay. Di mangyayari 'yun. Imposible 'yun. Drama lang niya yan, yabang lang niya yan. And he's hoping, I'm thinking, he's hoping na yung mga DDS niya will be, papalakpakan siya ng mga DDS niya dyan sa publicity stunt niya na yan. Hindi niya gusto yan. Natawa nga ako sa kanya kanina, ilang beses niya inulit-ulit eh. I hold myself legally responsible for any legal and illegal act committed during the drug war. Sinabi niya yun. Paulit-ulit. Pero nung tinanong siya ni Dan Fernandez, ni Kong Fernandez, anong gagawin mo sa mga pulis na nasira ang buhay dahil sumunod sa'yo? Magpapa-fund daw siya, bubukas daw siya ng fund para sa mga pulis na ito. Actually, may mali din kasi doon sa pagkakaano ng tanong ni Kong Fernandez. He could have said, so if you're holding yourself legally responsible sa mga pulis na to, ba't sila yung hinayaan mo makulong? Ba't hindi ikaw yung humarap? Kung yun sana ang tinanong ni Kong Dan Fernandez, baka na-corner ulit si Digong, baka nagwawala na naman siya. O nagsisigaw na naman siya doon, sasabihin na naman niya kung ano-ano. Kasi maiipit si Digong doon eh. If you're holding yourself legally responsible for all the legal and the illegal act, bakit ikaw yung malaya at yung mga tao yung nakakulong, yung mga pulis yung nakakulong? Biglang sasabihin niya, hindi, guilt is personal. Hindi eh. You also have the terminology we call command responsibility. Sa hearing kanina, yung interpellation ni Kong Luistro tungkol dun sa conspiracy, ay saktong-sakto yun dun. Pakinggan natin ha.
It is my humble opinion that one will not take legal responsibility unless there is no willingness as well to admit being behind all the killing incidents that transpired during the war on drugs. It is therefore the humble submission of this representation, Mr. Chair, that with that statement coming from the former president, he acknowledges that all the killing incidents during the war on drugs spring from his order to kill drug personalities. That is a manifestation, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I understand that the resource speaker, the former president, is a lawyer. Mr. President, may I request that you educate the Filipino people, and I am certain that you understand what conspiracy theory is all about. Please educate us, Mr. President.
I may have some lapses already, but I will give you the definition of a conspiracy to commit a crime when two or more persons decide or discuss to commit a crime and actually do it. More or less ganon ang takbo ng
Thank you, Mr. President. And you will agree with me, Mr. President, that under the conspiracy theory, mayroon pong tatlong klase ng principal. One is principal by inducement. Two is principal by indispensable cooperation. And three, principal by direct participation. being a long-time prosecutor, Mr. President, can you please enlighten us on this?
An inducement could be money, usually, or inducement by a woman to a man to kill her husband so that they can live forever happily ever after.
Parang ang complicated ng salitang inducement, di ba? Simple lang naman yun. Principal by inducement, ibig sabihin lang yan, sa'yo nang galing yung benepisyo. So sa conspiracy, you're the principal by inducement kung sa'yo manggagaling yung reward or a benefit ng co-conspirator mo. Halimbawa, dito sa war on drugs, reward system. Yan, yun yung principal by inducement. Ikaw yung gumawa ng sistema ng reward system. Yun ang principal by inducement.
So you have explained, Mr. President, principal by inducement. It could be money, it could be an order by a person who have influence over another.
Inducement,
How about principal by direct participation, Mr. President?
you actually agree with one another to commit the crime and you participate.
Thank you. And how about principal by indispensable cooperation?
Well, in the sense that, for example, if there is no way of traveling from one place to another and you are the only person who can provide the transportation, a vehicle, and that would be indispensable cooperation.
Thank you, Mr. President, for enlightening us. Going back to your statement that you are taking full legal responsibility to all the victims of war on drugs, both legal and illegal. It is my humble submission, Mr. Chair, that the former president can be considered liable for all these crimes under the theory of conspiracy by being a principal by inducement. I wish to manifest, Mr. Chair, that without the order, without the reward, these police operatives should not have resulted to killing a huge number of victims of war on drugs.
Beg to disagree with your premise, ma'am.
I understand, Mr. President, but that is a manifestation.
Yes, but you
Thank
know,
you,
if
Mr.
police is
President.
supposed to do his duty, he goes to school for 2 years. He receives instructions to how to go about his duty, and we have to give the presumption of regularity. That's a principle of law.
Thank you,
Na
Mr. President.
Pag every time na may ginawa kaya in your favor is the principle of regularity
Presumption
in the
of
performance
regularity
of duty.
of performance of official duty, Mr. President.
Sa criminal law po kasi, 'di ba, may mga iba't ibang klase ng circumstances. May justifying circumstances, mitigating circumstances, etc., etc. Maraming iba't ibang itong mga circumstances na to, ito yung mga events kung saan ang kaso mo ay pwedeng mapababa through mitigating circumstance or madismiss yung kaso mo as a justifying circumstance. Ngayon, yung sinasabi po ni Digong, mga kotsero, na justifying circumstance of the performance of one's duty. Ibig sabihin, dahil pulis ka, 2 taon nag-aral yung mga kapulisan ng kanilang mga course para maging pulis, and they are exercising yung kanilang authority bilang pulis, justified sila. Kaya nga sinabi niya, hindi ako agree sa premise mo, kaya sabi niya kay Luistro. Pero kasi mga kotsero, and again mga kotsero, hindi lang po self-defense as an justifying circumstance, pati yung performance of one's duty. So ibig sabihin, kapag nakapatay ka, pero yung pagpatay mo is in the performance of one's duty, then it's a justifying circumstance. Okay lang yun, kumbaga. Ang problema kasi doon, mga kotsero, sa sinasabi ni Digong, is you have to prove that it is done in performance of one's duty. Kailangan patunayan mo na ginawa mo yung proseso. Yung presumption of regularity po, mga kotsero, it's not automatic. Hindi po porke may presumption of regularity, ibig sabihin, tama na yung pagpatay. No, it's not. Kailangan pa ho patunayan mo yung circumstance behind the act. Paano ka umabot sa ganung punto? At paano mo may mapapatunayan na ginawa mo yung criminal act in line with your duty? Hindi ho basta-basta yun. Hindi ho pwede basta sabihin lang na hindi, pulis ako, so lahat ng ginagawa ko in line of my duty. No, it's not.